Hello everybody, welcome back to Bible Corner Reviews. I know it's been a little bit busy around here, and so I have not been posting videos as often as I want to, but now that I am done with my bachelor's degree, I have a little bit more time this summer, and hopefully I will be releasing videos more regularly, though maybe not every week. Something that I am wanting to do more of in terms of videos is some more behind the scenes of my most recent endeavor, and that is book rebinding. Right now I've been doing Bibles mostly, but I am wanting to do other stuff as well, just in general, just bookbinding overall. But for this channel, since I do review Bibles, I want to start posting a little bit more of some of the ones that I rebind, and then just some of the process of rebinding itself, just for interest and just to add some more fun for this channel and some of the things that I can offer. So this is very special to me, and it's because this rebind was a glued block, and I've done my last video, which I'll link in the description, of a customer order was also glued, but this one was different because I had to completely take the Bible apart, and I'll post a picture here of what it looked like during the process. Took apart every single page and then put it all back together. That is called a perfect binding. The sewn bindings is what I normally prefer and what most Bibles these days are made of. But you'll notice a lot of rebinds are of glued blocks because the older Bibles were glued in many times, and so they're the ones that are falling apart the most. So this one turned out very well considering it was my first time completely redoing a glued block. So this is an ESV wide margin reference from 2007. So it's one of the earlier ones, and I really love seeing these older Bibles because you just get a little bit of history, and it's one of the really fun perks about doing Bible rebinds. So you'll notice that I did kind of keep with the Crossway colors. I did black and gold. It was pretty much the only colors I put on this thing. So this is a black Sully goatskin. I really like the look, and it is very similar to the Crossway heirlooms, especially the Chinese editions, but it definitely feels a little upper level. I did 5 raised hubs, so instead of the Crossway 4, which I'm kind of wishing I had done, but I kind of forgot when I did it. But this is unique, so it has 5 hubs, so you're not going to find that on most other Crossways. Holy Bible and ESV. This is the type settings that I have for my machine so far, and so this is what I got. But I think it does look really nice, and it's definitely unique. Did perimeter stitching, again black, and this is all hand stitched. I don't do machine at this point yet. So that turned out really nice. And then the interior is a black lambskin, and then I did a gold gilt line, and this is a wider fold over than I normally do, and I don't have any for reference here obviously, but just so you know, usually I do a thinner fold over, and this one I was actually to get almost perfect corners for my taste, and so I really like doing that wider fold over. It gives a little bit more room to move the leather around when you're pleating the corners. Then I did custom black end sheets, and then this is edge lined, as you can see, with black head and tail bands and gold ribbons. So I kept with the overall black and gold theme, which is pretty typical of Crossway. So this is a pastor's Bible that is very well loved, and the reason he wanted it rebound was to preserve it because the notes are special to him and he wants to be able to reference them, but it's not in heavy use anymore. So that was one of the reasons I was okay with really tackling the whole complete overhaul on the glued spine. It's not one that's going to be receiving heavy use, but it's still going to be used for the rest of its life. And so I wanted it to hold, but I wasn't afraid to experiment a little. It isn't as flat as a sewn binding, but you can see it did turn out pretty well, so I'm not complaining. I put an Oxford hollow in it, so that helps open up the spine a little bit. And then you can see how it does lay pretty flat even in the beginning and the end. So I'm impressed. And this is coming from someone who, hasn't rebound that many books yet. Something else I wanted to show was this at the beginning, this section right here from Leviticus to Genesis had completely popped out, and you'll have seen that in the pictures I've shown, but was able to put that back together. This page was all ripped up, and so with a little bit of special tape, was able to put that all back together, and even fixed up this bottom piece that was all frayed. And so your presentation or your info publishing page is all back to normal now. So that's what I've been working on, and just to show you, here is a non-rebound. This is straight from Crossway, heirloom from China. This is their legacy, and so you can see the similarities. The goat skin's very similar. The sully here is still a bit nicer than the Chinese one, but you have the gold spine stamping, gold gilt line, and then this one had the gold and black. I could have done that, but I decided to just do black. And then they have the little cheap ribbons, and of course I put the 3/8 inch double satins in there, so to make it a little bit nicer. But you can see it has a very similar Crossway look. So try to stay in the lines, but then expand a little bit to make it unique. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Definitely reach out with questions or comments. I love hearing what people think, especially of these that I've been rebinding, because obviously you've never seen this before and no one else is going to repeat the exact same thing and have it look the exact same way. So that's the fun thing about rebinding. It's all special editions. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to making more videos along these lines and showing you my work. So thanks for watching.